oh, do you want to go on a party bus? And I'm like, not usually what is happening.
Red flag.
And he's like, oh, it's for my birthday. And I'm like,
Another red flag.
I'm going to need more info now. I'll indulge because it's your birthday. For your birthday gift, I will think about this according to your next text. Mm-hmm. The next text was, it's $80.
So yeah, exactly. So we're splitting the...
Hello and welcome to the 105th episode of the 30s podcast. My name is Clint.
My name is Uncle Marcus.
What up, Uncle Marcus?
We're
back, baby. Look at us.
I'm back. You're came back last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, with sweet producer Caesar. Producer Caesar's here.
He's off mic, but he's here.
He's camera working it.
Yeah. It was it's been like 2 months for me. The last time I was here was December.
Yeah.
In December, because it was before Christmas, because that was a Christmas episode. You weren't there. You were in
maybe Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
Probably Alabama.
God, I'm back. I'm happy to be back.
Man.
And if you're watching this on the YouTube, or the clips are going to be on the Instagram space.
We're at
space.
Flash Media Studios.
Yes. Flash Media Studios in Costa Mesa, Orange
Costa
County.
Mesa, Santa Ana.
Santa
Ana.
Border.
The lobby area just looks like some really fancy LA place I know I've been to.
It was quite the improvement. We walked into this place and we were like, wow, this is a level up.
Yeah, just from like there was just seeing beautiful women.
Yeah.
Or at least two. The two that walked by us. I mean, that's the only ones I saw. But the ratio of beautiful women in this place is 100%.
We saw two people
so
exiting
far.
the building when we were entering, and that's all it took.
Two people.
All right, sold.
Sold. And now we're in the moonlight room.
It was all fair. There was a lobby downstairs where the news was on.
Yeah.
And it was, I think it was the weather. Not surprise, but newsflash.
Newsflash.
It's raining today.
What crazy weather.
Right after we had gorgeous warm weather.
For a couple days.
The time changed, and then now we're back. But
thank God for the time change.
Thank God.
Why do we even try it? Why do we try the other thing?
Every year there's rumblings, at least in California, because they don't do it everywhere, of it not, if it's ending. Every year there's something. And then it just never happens. We just keep doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I like for it to stay like this.
Just this.
Yeah, where it's longer days.
Yeah.
Shorter nights.
I think it's better for you. Sorry, we're not a health and wellness podcast.
Yeah, but we know some stuff about wellness, not wellness. But yeah, I mean, it's just nicer when you have more daylight.
Yeah. Because when the sun goes down at 5 p.m., I just don't want to do anything. Yeah. And then when it goes down at 7, I'm like, oh, well, I'm the lazy bum if I don't go and do something.
Yeah.
Could be a workout, could be a walk.
Usually my work day is over at like 2.
Yeah.
Sometimes more or less. And I get home and the sun is shining in the sky. Like, I've got time to enjoy the day still.
Yeah.
Instead of if it's the other time where you got like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then you're like, well.
As you should. You deserve it.
I do deserve it. I work very hard.
You do work hard.
Yeah, I know.
Look at you. Wow.
Look at him fluff me.
This guy, he works hard. I'm fluffing him.
Appropriate for
just
the room
like
we're in.
My fluffy little room with my little felt. I got this nice thing. I killed a monster from Monsters Inc. Goddamn. We're in the moonlight room. And anyway, you picked this room.
I did. In this new studio we're in, there's 4 different room selections to choose from. We're starting with moonlight today because it looked the most neutral when I looked at it online. But now that we're inside this room, it's a little feminine.
A little bit.
I'll say. This thing says all things grow with love.
All things grow.
We all know is not true. You know,
grows with love. What kind of love?
There's a Buddha laying down over there.
Buddha?
Which is interesting.
Oh.
I don't know.
Is that a Buddha?
I don't know what that's about. Some Asian thing.
Yeah. Good for them.
You won't get this, Clint, but if you've ever played Street Fighter 2, that's the thing that's laying in the background when you're fighting. It's like all right, never mind.
What?
That takes place in Thailand. So that looks like that. So that's some kind of... I'll pull a picture. We'll put it right here.
Boom. Well, I've been watching The White Lotus. That's been in Thailand this season.
I never got into that show.
You know, like the murder mystery kind of thing?
Is that what that show is?
Basically, because the first episode is someone's dead. You don't know who is
Someone
it.
didn't die in the first season, did they?
Yeah, every first episode.
Oh,
but then they don't show you who died. And then they just flash back to a week before.
So they show you the death and they show you how to get there.
Yeah.
I hear they're good.
Yeah. Because it's like the shittiest rich people. All the types of rich people. So like this season, Lucius Malfoy, the actor who plays Malfoy, he's the dad of this like Southern family.
Okay.
So at first you're like, oh, they seem kind of just cocky.
You're about to do the accent.
A little bit. Sort of. Well, he sort of does because you know he's British. Or at least I watch it knowing he's British and going, wow, he's really trying this Southern accent the whole time.
Doing a good job.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
All right.
And then, because the other one in that show is someone you like a lot. Now I'm going to find it because I know you like her a lot. Because Patrick Schwarzenegger is in it and he plays the son. So he plays this like douchebag son. But then the mom is played by, let me find it.
The Parker Posey?
Yes. Parker Posey, yeah.
Oh, she's in that, yeah.
And there's a scene.
She was in Beaux and Afraid.
That
I did end up watching that one.
There's a scene where
that one. She died. The rigor mortis during. Sorry, that was really funny how she died. Remember, she died in. You saw Beaux Afraid. Yeah, and she was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's her.
That was Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Because in the show, there's a scene, and after I watched it, our friend Skylar told me that you really like her a lot, like as an actor.
A lot of good indie movies.
There's a scene where another person who's a guest comes up, and she's sitting there with her family, and the woman who comes up, this blonde woman, is like, "Oh, I know where I know you from," and Parker Posey just sits there like for like 20 seconds of like nothing. She's like, "I'm not going to give her anything." And Skylar told me, "Oh, that's Marcus. Marcus loves that." And I'm like, yeah, like it's not even like, because she doesn't even try to indulge in it. It's just
she's just a. It does sound funny. I'm laughing.
And the whole time it's funny, but it's just like, oh my God, just say like, okay, goodbye. Like, get over with it. So then,
or she could say where she knows her from.
Yeah, like.
Go on.
Doesn't even try to admit that she knows her from it. But then the lady leaves. The youngest son is like, "Mom, why did you do that? That was so weird."
Right.
She's like, I met her like 10 years ago at a bachelorette, like that kind of a thing, like a weekend trip.
Yeah.
How am I going to remember? And I'm like, yeah, how would you remember them after like 10 years ago?
Have you ever met somebody twice, but then like you know it, but you know that they don't know it?
Oh, yeah.
That's like kind of what that is, where you met somebody, like, so I can, from my personal experience, I've met people, so you know I work, thousands of people I work with, right? And there's been gatherings and stuff where people have been there who I've met at that gathering or social event, never saw them again. And then another one of those events will happen like 6 years later, and then that person's there again, and you like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you." In my head, like, I've already met you.
Yeah.
We didn't connect in any way. Like, we're not like following each other on anything, but like, "Oh, yeah, nice to meet you." But I know, like, I've met you already, but you know that they don't know. They don't remember. It's like that.
If I know, I'll be like, just
would
like,
you point it?
How are you?
Would you point it out? Like, "Oh, we actually met at."
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't point it out.
I wouldn't either.
Because I also hate it when someone, like your friend, is introducing like, you to everybody and is like, "Wait, have you met Clint yet? You've met him, right?"
You have a very I know exactly who you're talking about. How you're talking.
Wait, you met him, right? Because they'll say it every single time. Like it happened last week. We're hanging out with our friend Aaron, and like,
shut up.
I've met his like family. I've met his family, but I'm also not like Who are you again? Like
Yeah.
keeping tabs, you know?
Right.
Like no offense. I know I'm going to see you like once a year.
Right. There's
I'm
no
not
reason
like-
to like
yeah.
get invested too much.
But then there's also no reason to be like, do you know me? Because I'm not going to play that like game of getting you to know me.
Do you know me?
Do you?
Yeah.
Let's take a test. What's my favorite color? And I'm like, no, because that's just weird to be put on the spot like that.
Right.
I don't expect people to always remember
I have
me.
a very specific example for this. So there was one time somebody I went to high school with, I ran into them at work, right?
Mhm.
I'll just say I don't know who this guy is. I've never did not know him in high school. I did not recognize him at all. After this event I'm about to tell you, I went to my yearbook and looked him up. Never seen him in my life. But he was in my class, right? And one time he came in and he's like a regular there. And he knows a bunch of the other bartenders that I work with, right? And when he comes into a time that I don't work, but one time I was working that shift randomly. It was like a random. I picked it up from somebody for a favor, and he was there, and he was talking to some of the other people, and then he sees me, and he was like, "Oh, hey, Marcus." And I was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" I've got a name tag on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he was like,
That's
"Oh,
easy.
how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good. You need anything?" Like that kind of, you know? And one of the other guys came up and was like, "Oh, this is Mark. Like he comes in all the time." I'm like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." He's like, "Oh, like I know who you are." I'm like, "You know who I am?" And he's like, "Yeah. You know, you went to this high school, graduated this year in this city." And I was like, How do you know that?" He was like, I was in that same graduated with you. And I was like, oh, small world.
Yeah. Why
I
didn't
just
they?
turn around and laugh. I have no idea who this guy is.
Why'd they phrase it like that? Why did they like freeload? I know all this info about you.
I think maybe he would think I caught on like, oh, this is somebody that I graduated with. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
I cannot. I have the archives that I was scraping. I already can barely scrape them, my memory. But I have no idea who this guy was.
And did he say anything that could like help you?
Other than that the same class in the same city. I don't know. Like he didn't say anything else, but I thought as the day went on later that day, I thought like if I was that guy and I clearly saw that I didn't know, I would have stopped it. I would have been like, oh, like this year and this class and this. It's been like, oh, never mind. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
okay.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because then now we both feel weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I don't know who you are and you're like, oh, bummer, you don't know who I am. Like, no.
And if I wanted to be so like super polite,
Hopefully this
I
will
would
get back to
say-
him. You feel bad. He was a nice guy, but
watch he follows everything.
no, I don't.
But
You
how do we know?
But he does follow people that do follow this.
Oh, so it could
So
happen.
if for some reason they post it
They
or
repost it or
yeah, and you're like, and then you get to follow, like, God,
Yeah.
there he is. He found me. I saw what you
Yeah.
said about me on the pod. That was so like,
It was. Because if I wanted to be super polite, I would say, "I'm sorry. Can you remind me how I know you?"
I was
Something
so
like that.
thrown off.
Can you refresh? Like, help me out a bit more.
For me, that was such a specific, and I had like no friends in high school. So the fact that someone recognized me from high school and was like, oh, like, I know you. Like, no, you don't. I didn't know anybody. I knew like 5 people.
That's why, because it's like, were you, like how could he know you? Is that one class?
You know how like you know who you know some people that you graduate with, but you don't know them. You know, like you've seen them because they've been around for years. Like, oh, this person has been in some class at some point over the 4 years of high school, or even earlier than that. You know, like junior high. Like there's plenty of people that I know their names, I know who they are. They don't know who I am, or they probably know who I am too, but they don't like. I'd never talk to that guy.
Or they're not gonna be the one to initiate convo with you.
The only way I can see that happening from someone from high school was like a leader. I was in USB for the last couple of years. Someone from that maybe, because you just spend a lot of time together, so you recognize them. Like, oh, I remember you from this thing. But just like a random person.
And he wasn't in USB or anything?
No. It just kind of threw me. It was weird, right?
Yeah,
To throw you.
Stuff like that, I'm like, your brain should not save space for me.
Well,
you don't need to keep me in there.
yeah. Well, that sounds so sad.
Like, but you don't have to. You don't have to save that space in your brain.
The part that was weird is that you kept trying to like, from this. It's
keep
like,
the connection.
If I didn't get it, you move on.
Yeah.
Right. Like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'll talk to this other guy.
But then there's some people.
Won't let it go.
You just won't let it go, or I know they don't like keep tabs on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because like there's this one girl that Skylar would always bring up, like, oh well, Clint's doing student teaching, and she's like, what? I didn't know he's doing it too. And it's so many times of like, oh, I didn't know he's doing the same exact thing. That like when I see her next, I'm gonna be like, hi, my name is Clint McKay.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing student
teacher.
teaching. Oh, you're done now.
or done, yeah.
Yeah, you're done now.
Hello, teacher. Just every time, because I know she doesn't keep tabs, so I'm gonna make that the bit.
Yeah.
To just make fun of her more for not keeping tabs on me.
Well, that's an interesting thing to bring up. Then it was like, when do you keep tabs on people?
I want, yeah, that's something I want to know.
When does it like, whatever? Who cares?
Yeah, because social media makes it weird.
How many times do they have to be present in your life for you to be like, all right, I'm going to commit to keeping track of this person?
Right.
Tabs.
Because who would you keep track of, or who do you think?
Well, of course, you.
Right.
Friends I've known for a long, people that I actively speak to.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 3 weeks ago, I combed my Instagram. Mm-hmm. I don't talk to this person, unfollow.
Yeah.
I don't talk to this person, unfollow. And there was a lot. Because there's many times where I'm on my stories, I'm just like skip. To where I'm like, what's the point of this? So I took a day where I was doing like a skip day. Everything that I was skipping, unfollow. Unfollow. And not even just people. Like restaurants and stuff I follow, or like lifestyle pages. Or, like I followed some celebrities I didn't know, like Jeremy Renner. What the unfollow? Why am I following Jeremy Renner of all people? You know? Stuff like that, where you're like, I don't give a
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's good now after that accident, but
I guess what am I gonna do? Like, I wonder what his kitchen looks like, or you know, like, you know what I mean? It's really you think about following someone like him who's not like an influencer.
He's not trying to influence. He already has an influence,
right? Their career is not their life.
Yeah,
it's their career is an actor. Mm-hmm. Like, why are you following this person?
Yeah,
because then they just post pictures of them and their dogs, or they're just
and you're like
out
you
for
see
a walk.
Too much of them.
Shit about this guy.
Yeah,
but yeah, the mystique is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know Jeremy Renner is at the coffee shop that's in Silver Lake. Okay. Anyway, so I was combing through followings, and it was a lot of people that I've known over the years. We're like, whatever, we'll follow each other, and then it's like, I don't.
I went through sort of similar to that, but deliberately went to see people that I follow who don't follow me back.
That's a lot of work.
That fired me up. I was like, are you serious? You have the nerve to unfollow me after I look at your stories all the time?
Maybe they just did what I did. They were like, I don't talk to this guy.
Then I'm going to unfollow back.
You're
out of here. Out of here. I've been giving you free views. Out. Scroll, out.
But were your views even, are they just like what I was doing?
It probably was.
Yes, that doesn't matter. You're not thinking my quarter of a second tap. I'll take my quarter of a second elsewhere.
You give my views too much credit.
Yeah, you do. You do.
How often is it? Or like you see the one person you wanted to see, because that's how Instagram works.
I don't really. I'll be honest here.
Pops up. They pop up first usually.
I don't really look at who watches my stories, because what does it do for you?
Yeah.
Right. It's like, because I'll say for me, like my stories are just memes usually, right? Or just like funny shit and whatever. And if I get a reaction to it from somebody, that I'm like, okay. But I'm like, oh, did Clint see it? He didn't see it yet. Was he going to see it? Was he working? Did
he not see it yet? Yeah, it could have been.
And then even so, like, who cares if he sees it?
Yeah.
It's not like it's for him. Mm-hmm. You know, if it was for him, I just send it to him.
Yeah, you just exactly
right,
exactly.
So I don't even really look at once in a while I'll scoop up and see like, oh, who saw this, and it doesn't do anything, right? Yeah. It doesn't really do anything for me. So I have adopted the post and ghost. It's been a couple years of that, but unless it's an interaction, like even a picture, like the likes, I don't give a shit. Like if you comment on it, that's fine.
Yeah,
but what is the point?
Yeah, and the way that likes work now it just like, because once you start posting on TikTok and you see the views there, it just makes any like amount of likes on Instagram just seem so small.
Because Instagram, TikTok is so big.
It's so big to where like,
and you get the view even if it's just like an accident.
Yeah.
And then they just scoop it.
Yeah,
Swipe
they just, it doesn't, yeah, scoop it. Scoop.
Swipe it.
If you scoop,
You tell I'm not on TikTok. Yeah, you just, there's no, it's just, it's this. It's so fleeting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The personal social media etiquette, or I don't even know the right word, is just, what's the point? Post and ghost.
Yeah, who's it for?
Camera zooming at me. Post and ghost. Hear me? Post and ghost. Actually, let's check my last post.
Yeah,
I haven't
your
looked.
last post.
Let's see. I posted a picture of me in Austin with my friend Anthony because I really want to go back to Austin. I really want to go back to Austin. I'm wearing my mothership hat today. I'm getting really like Austin seasick,
Depression.
sick. So, okay, so that post, 44 likes, whatever.
Yeah.
The post before that, 44 likes, 38 likes, 129 likes.
Whoa, what was that one?
Another Austin photo, 102 likes, which was at Universal Studios. 126 at Universal Studios. That's probably why. The post of my dog and they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
They're eating the
Likes.
dogs.
So it's just like, it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
Just numbers.
It doesn't mean anything.
Now, the interaction, if somebody comments on it,
Now that's fun.
that's what I do like.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Austin. Me too.
Where do you go?
Oh, yeah, I want to go back to Austin. I was trying to go next month, but
Next month?
yeah, the friends that I want to go with can't go. Maybe June.
Maybe. Would you go on the weekend?
Probably midweek because it's
Yeah.
cheaper
Yeah.
and less crowded. So we went on a weekend and it was just, I think it was a weekend. And just, there's so many people. It's a city.
And then weekend prices.
And it's not even the prices, they're not really a deal. It's just that there's so many people there.
Yeah.
And well, obviously we're going to go to Mothership, but like that downtown area is just like every other city where it's just on the weekends. It's loud.
And there's probably, was football still going?
I don't know, but it's a college town. So there were a lot of college students out
Yeah.
at the bars, which was extremely annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd probably go midweek. And then in Austin, like the southern part of Austin is like the cool part.
Yeah.
The city, whatever. Go in there for like dinner and then comedy show and then stay like out of there. It was like in every other city.
Right.
So many people and loud and I don't know. It was not my
Too
jam.
much. Yeah.
But I do want to go back. And I want to go back to Lake Travis, which is up north. That was the first time I've done boat stuff.
Boats?
I probably talked about this on another episode when I went, but you know, just like we got what's it called where you're holding it and you have the board. Wakeboarding?
Wakeboarding, yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
We had the tube. We get on the tube and just go really fast. And that was fun. I did post a video of me getting flipped off of that thing, which was
Nice.
scary but fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
Got him.
Anywho, what were we talking about? Social media, Instagram. Yeah, I adopt post and ghost now, and if I get a reaction, I get a reaction. If not, I'm kind of move on.
Yeah. Especially, yeah, it's too consuming. Because I'll notice like, oh, when I feel good looking at it or looking at any of the apps, and then when the sadness sort of hits, I'm like, okay, get out of here.
What kind of sadness are you talking
I
about?
don't know, just kind of like oh, what are they doing?
Oh.
I guess they didn't want to invite me. No, but also like I'm not inviting people either.
Exactly. You
So,
got to
like-
think about it that. Okay. I don't know if it's because I'm old now or what. That does not bother me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
That's
they went to that thing and they didn't invite me. No, they didn't invite you. Who cares?
Yeah.
They'll invite you other stuff if they really want to.
If
not,
they really want to, they will.
yeah, and if not, maybe they just wanted to go with this one group.
Yeah.
Not you. You don't have to be included all the time.
Yeah. And you might not like the other people.
Or that.
Like I was invited to my friend Matt's birthday thing. So this is how he invites me to this. First he says, "Do you want to go on a party bus?"
Okay.
And I'm
Big
like,
group.
you know, I'm like 10 years older than you, right? He's like 24, 22 or
Oh.
something.
Get out.
And
That's a straight no.
First I was like, what is he asking me? Because first it was oh, do you want to go on a party bus? And I'm like, not usually what is happening.
Red flag.
And he's like, oh, it's for my birthday. And I'm like,
Another red flag.
I'm going to need more info now. I'll indulge because it's your birthday. For your birthday gift, I will think about this according to your next text. Mm-hmm. The next text was, it's $80.
So yeah, exactly. So we're splitting the So I got to pay. Okay. All right.
And the ratio, because then I asked, well, like, how many dudes to girls are there? 10 dudes to like 2 girls. And I'm like, no, you shouldn't even have this happen. This shouldn't be a bus.
Yeah.
That's not, no.
It's got to be all or equal.
Yeah, it has to be.
Then it's just
equal.
weird.
Yeah.
If it's all dudes, it's fine. But if it's like
girls,
10 guys, and it's like, why are they even coming?
Yeah, they know they shouldn't be there. The girls know that.
And then if
that's
they do
not gonna
come,
be fun.
what's wrong with them?
Yeah.
Right.
Why would they say yes to that?
Yeah.
Because if I knew,
are they all young? Will you be the only old one?
That's the other thing. And then people I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the only other one
worse
other
by the minute.
the text kept coming. I'm like, oh yeah. No. And then he's like, then I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Nah.
And then he's like, well, wait. What about for $55?
So now he's desperate.
I just didn't reply.
Yeah. Now he's getting desperate.
Yeah.
Smell the desperation through the text messages.
So then he didn't even like double check, ask me. He had my friend call me and then say, and at first I didn't pick it up because it was a FaceTime. And I was driving, so I'm like, I'm not gonna. My phone's not loud, so I can't hear it.
In your lap.
Yeah. What? Hey, how's it going?
It's just your.
You did it.
Double
just the
check.
chin. Yeah.
55.
What is it?
You're like turning the sticker.
What are you doing? Who are you? And I felt tricked because then she's like, I need to talk. Or like
This
call
friend's
me.
a girl?
Yeah, so the girl.
So she was of the 2 girls?
No. So Matt is the one whose birthday is happening.
Okay.
And this girl, Jay, FaceTimes me. And then I go, oh, I'm busy. I'm driving.
Yeah.
And she's like, call me. It's important.
Yeah.
And then she gives the phone to Matt.
Like, so now it's $50. That's how they tricked you. That was a trick.
And I'm like, oh, they almost think this would work on me.
So it's down to 50. That sounds terrible, dude.
Yeah. And then what's the benefit? Oh, there's
I didn't even know what a party. What does that include? Just
like
a drive somewhere.
Drinks or something, like a bottle.
Does it include that?
And I'm like, no.
Or is it just the bus?
The bus, a bottle, and how much is that? Is that
I don't know.
For the young ones?
I don't know that I've ever been on a party bus.
I've tried, not actively avoided them.
I know in the late 2000s I did like the Hummer limo thing a few times, which was I didn't pay for it because I would not do that. But there was alcohol inside of it. I don't know if it's kind of the same deal.
Maybe.
Caesar, you're off mic. I want to ask you, have you ever been on a party bus?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
So the way that I did it is that the party bus takes you to drink at different places.
Right.
And then, none of the drinks are paid. It's just
okay. So he said, if you didn't hear him, you pay for the ride. Yeah. You party in the bus. You're paying for a ride. You're paying for an Uber.
That's what I thought. $80 to be driven around
per person, not
per
total.
person. Yeah.
Usually, the more people there is, the cheaper it is, right?
Thought so.
I guess, but then you're packed into a bus with a bunch of drunks. So
Eee.
this is again getting worse by the second.
Then you have to still pay money at all the places.
And you guys were saying that if a girl was in it, it'd be worse.
No, I was saying that. If it was a bunch of dudes and like one girl, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
It's either got to be all dudes or like equal, like
half.
Bunch of like friends who know each other or who are like trying to get. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but you know what I mean. Like if it's just 1 or 2 girls and a bunch of men, you're like, that's weird. Yeah.
And then he said this other weird thing, where he's like, but then there will be girls going to meet them there at the places outside of the bus. And I'm like, what are you talking? He said,
do they work outside of these places? Or are you also paying for them?
How do you know them?
You just turn this off. Is this still on? It's still on, right? Okay. I pushed a button.
Oh. You're lower.
I don't know. I pushed a button on this thing. I grabbed it and pushed a button. Still on, right? Okay.
And then the way he made it sound of like, oh,
Or that's a callback. For the OG fans.
you fam.
Sorry, continue. You guys are going to buy some hookers or something?
So then-
That's what it sounds like, dude.
That's how he made
He's
it
like, so
sound.
the girls are included in the
I'm like,
$80.
No. And he's like, oh, the girls that we meet there, they could come back on the party bus with us. And I'm like,
This sounds like hookers.
what are you talking about?
Escorts, maybe.
I'm like, no. You're what, kidnapping these girls?
That wasn't the route I was going.
Offering them a ride?
It sounded like professionals to me.
Or professionals?
Professional party girls. Party bus.
I'm like, no, thanks. And after 9 o'clock,
Oh, dear.
you're kidding.
Sound like me now.
And I have to drive all the way back out here. No.
Yeah, the bus is not going to drop you off at home.
Yeah, they don't take me back home.
They go back to their depot? I don't know.
Yeah,
bus
where's
depot? I don't know how it works.
where's your house?
They're not. It's not really an Uber. Then they're not
Yeah.
taking you home.
Yeah. What am I? It's going from once. Nope.
Oh, and where was the bus going to go? What was the
To
destination?
like Hermosa Beach.
Hermosa Beach. Okay. It's a weird
I'm like,
nation.
From where?
I don't know. Cerritos, maybe? Because that's where, I don't know. That's where he lives.
Oh. What a random.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah. I've never. The party bus thing was big when I was like early 20s.
Yeah.
I never really got the appeal of it. It just.
Yeah.
Other than you just have a place to kind of be like let out of a cage. You
Yeah.
know,
And you're not
'cause
driving.
you're young, but
Yeah.
it's nothing. You had to pay for it. You still got to get home somehow.
Mhm.
You're still buying stuff at all the clubs or if bars, wherever you're going.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. The getting home somehow part is like, okay.
Yeah. Then you got to call another Uber. Of course, when I was that age, I don't think Uber was a thing.
Don't think so. How old are
It's
you?
like-
40? I'm just kidding.
Almost.
Almost.
Closer to 40 than 35
Damn.
or 30.
Hmm.
Yeah, Uber seems like it's only like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Right?
When's the first time you ever used one?
2017, maybe?
17.
I don't know. Caesar, if you're free, you look up when Uber started, please.
Yeah.
It seems like it's got to be. There were,
2009.
oh, it must have exploded later because it was
Yeah.
still, when it was new, it was still like, we have taxis, like you
Yeah.
call a taxi instead of, Clint in his car down the street.
Right.
2011 is when, and then 14 is when Uber Eats started. So in between 11 to 14, that's when
When it exploded. And is Ashton, is he Uber? Or he's one of them, right? Some ride share.
Future?
Yeah. Kucher.
Future?
Yeah, he was an early investor in
Yeah, I know he's one.
Hmm.
He's got his hands and everything.
Airbnb, Spotify, and Warby Parker.
Oh. Oh, yeah, the glasses.
Yeah.
That was
glasses.
The glasses. They're cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap
All right, moving on. What do we have? What do you have in your little notebook
What do
for
we
us
got?
today?
I mean, just a bunch of random stuff. It's St.
I love
Patrick's
random
Day
stuff.
weekend.
Oh, yeah. Go Leprechauns.
Go Irish. You
Yes.
fighting Irish.
Do the Scottish do this too? Or is it
No.
Irish only? Okay.
I don't know if Irish really do it. I think it's more of
just
an
here.
American thing.
It's more of a white dude thing.
Yeah.
Green beer.
Very white, yeah.
Green Budweiser.
Whitest. Yeah.
Hey, do they still do the thing in Chicago where they dye the river?
Oh, do they?
I think they got in trouble for that last year.
Oh.
There was some kind of big stink about it.
In Chicago?
Stopped it. Yeah, green beers, drunk white guys.
Mhm.
That's all it is.
It's not your scene.
No,
Saturday before every year, they still do it.
still do. Yeah,
Ooh.
they dye the whatever Chicago. It's called Chicago River. Yeah, they dye the Chicago River green, and it's got to be terrible for the river. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's already that river's got bodies and stuff in it already. But if there is anything living in that, yeah, it did like the mob they dispose of.
In Chicago?
This is like Al Capone days. I don't know if it still happens, but yeah, that river's polluted.
There's
If there is
gotta
anything
be.
living in it still, I don't think they like the green in there.
Have you been to that river?
No. Have you?
No.
Let's go to Chicago. Maybe we'll go there instead of Austin.
Maybe.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Do you have any big plans?
I mean, I tried because it's one of those days where like law enforcement knows everyone's drinking.
Mhm.
So I try to actively avoid those days.
Mhm.
So it's one where like I'm not trying to do anything.
But, well,
I'm really trying to not do anything. I really just don't want. It just doesn't. I don't know.
You also-
The busyness of it.
you don't have to
doesn't sound
try to
appealing.
not do anything. You just not do anything.
Not do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I sort of went out on Valentine's Day.
How was that?
That was actually kind of a busy night.
Were you out with the Valentine?
Oh yeah.
Who was it?
No, Skylar.
So yes. What did you guys do? Lonely Hearts?
Went to rescue, and it was actually popping at
Yeah.
the rescue brewery.
Was it some kind of singles night thing?
Well, they had like a DJ.
Okay.
Came like a party.
Yeah. Did you go home with
Nice.
anyone
Oh no.
besides Skylar? What did I do on Valentine's Day? I probably worked that day. Then just went home.
Did you do anything?
No. Masturbated alone.
Oh wow.
No, I don't like the holidays. Those we talked about it in the car.
hmm
The not real holidays, like the festive Hallmark by holidays, I'm
Yeah.
not really a fan of.
Yeah, the ones where you still go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're an adult, you go to work.
Yeah. Or don't
Um,
have work.
I don't think anyone gets Valentine's Day off.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why we're saying it's not a real one.
Yeah, it's not a real holiday. It's just by shit.
Because you're talking about Mother's Day.
Capitalist holiday. Yeah, I was talking about Mother's Day. So, spoilers, I don't have a mom. And so
Oh.
I never know what day Mother's Day is, right? Because I never had to know. And this was a couple years ago at this point, but I told you in the car it was on Mother's Day, but I think it was not the day yet. I was like, oh, is this day a holiday? Because it had been like expected to be busy. I had asked some girl that I work with, and I was like, oh, is that like a holiday? And she was like, it's Mother's Day. I was like, so no. It's like, oh, I guess not. I'm like, yeah, it's not a holiday.
But even Father's Day, if you have a dad, like, and you do like an Instagram post, dad doesn't have Instagram.
But it's also,
Not
you
gonna
just,
see it.
even if you celebrate, let's say, quote, it's like you just say, oh, I like you. Let's go to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Or here's a thing. It's not like a holiday.
Yeah.
You still have to, your life doesn't stop. Which I guess a lot of holidays that does not, your life doesn't really stop, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You still got to do your daily tasks. Anyway, St.
Gotta-
Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. Let's see.
For me
What
here.
else is here? Do you have any? Oh. Do you have any new things that are bugging you?
Gosh, there's just so many. Awards. We talked about,
The awards.
yeah. I guess they don't bother me. I've kind of moved on as I'm very apathetic about them.
Yeah.
But it just happened, so we can talk about it. The Oscars just happened probably like 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I kind of just watched it for Conan O'Brien
Okay.
because I knew he'd be pretty funny.
He was the host?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just kind of in it for that. I saw The Substance,
Mm-hmm.
and I liked that a lot because there's just a lot about just the themes of that movie. I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, how many times would I want to take The Substance to look younger and better, and
I don't know. Would you?
then I'm like, no, maybe not.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay.
Well,
I
now that
thought
you've
about
seen
it.
how it ends,
Yeah, now I see
you're
how
like,
it
nah,
ends.
I'll just be old.
God. That's so true too, because like when spoiler when she steals the time from the other body,
Uh-huh.
it's like that's every time you try you think, oh, I can go out and stay late, but then it robs your
Oh.
body from the next day.
Gets you back.
It gets you back. It always gets
Yeah.
you back.
Yeah, when she got greedy, it was like, I mean, you knew that was going to happen.
Eventually,
You know, like when you watch the movie, how it's going to,
hmm
you don't know like visually how it's going to turn out. 'cause
Yeah, that was
fucking
wild.
gross, but
Yeah.
you know this is not going to end well for her,
Yeah.
right? I watched The Substance too, and I liked it.
hmm
I watched it. We talked about it in the car already, but I watched it before the hype. Like I watched it when it came out on Tubi, and I got an account just to watch it because I had heard a lot about it before it came out, and you know, I like horror movies. Mubi, sorry. What is Tubi? Mubi, okay.
Oh,
Sorry, Mubi.
He's like shitty.
yeah. Pretty
Oh,
rough.
okay.
Yeah.
And Mubi is what I saw it on. and I watched it like, before all the awards came out, and I liked it. I thought it was a good movie, but then it started getting all this all the awards and stuff, and I was like, this seems odd for this like a body horror movie to get all that. I didn't. To me, I'm not a woman, so it's going to be different. But like that idea of or dealing with how it's hard for a woman to get older has been done before a lot. Yeah. So that's not original, which is fine. That's like still a topic that can be mined for plenty of other content. But a lot of the praise I was hearing was about like, oh, they're showing this, and it's like they showed this. This is like everyone. We all know this. That especially with women, they get kind of thrown away after a certain age. Not that it wasn't good. Like they did it well, and I haven't seen a movie like this that kind of deals with it that way. Yeah. And then but it was still a good movie. But then I told you like Demi Moore getting all the awards. I was like, I must have to watch this again because I feel like she wasn't in it that much.
Yeah, and well, because there's also the point where when she's swapping with Margaret Qualley, Margaret Qualley's doing all the work. Even just her character is doing all the work, and then Demi Moore's character is staying at home.
Yeah, when she's in the movie, she's not. Except for when she like, I think of one part when she's like the crone, and she's like, "Oh, stop it!" She's not doing a whole lot. Yeah. She's just kind of sitting around. And again, I have to watch it again because I watched it so long ago that maybe I don't know.
Her reacting to the late night interview that she's all
like,
yeah. And then getting ready for the date and like giving up.
Yeah. Oh, I felt that too.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah. I
probably gotta watch it again because now that everyone's been up its, I probably would think differently about it. But
probably
I liked the substance. It was good. I watched Sonora. You haven't seen that yet, but that was really good. You should watch it.
Anora.
Yeah. Did you watch Anora? It was good. Yeah, it was a good movie. I was telling Clint it kind of reminded me of Poor Things a little bit, but like there were some similar things, but it was good. I liked it. I want to buy it.
Yeah.
When it becomes available to purchase.
Yeah.
But then the other movies I had no interest in watching. Like the Brutalist.
That just sounds long.
I don't want to watch that. Yeah, it just sounds like a brutal watch.
Yeah. Brutal watch. Adrian Brody doing his best, doing these period pieces.
Yeah. Always playing it. Is he Jewish in that one too?
He always got to be, yeah.
He knows how to play a Jew. He wins awards for him.
He wins, yeah.
Yeah, he knows his craft.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 for war epics as a Jew.
Hopefully that doesn't get grabbed and put somewhere.
I know. Loved his performance. He knows how to play a Jew.
I'll send it to the right place.
Yeah, the other movies I really had no interest in watching.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever.
It was kind of a weak award season.
I
like all the awards before the Oscars. Like the BAFTAs are cool. And the Golden Globes, Emmys, whatever. Like I like those. And then Oscars are like, okay.
Yeah. Or even when they get awards for like ensembles, like the group of actors in that thing. That's usually pretty cool.
Yeah. It's funny about awards for the Oscars. It's like everyone's just waiting for the big ones. Like, oh, best documentary short. Like no one watched any of those. I don't know what any of this stuff is. And then they get up on stage and they can barely speak English, and you're just like, okay, is best actress next?
When is that?
It's like the big five, like the director, picture, actor, actress, supportings. Like that's the ones that everyone kind of wants to know. And then it's the other ones. You feel bad because. I mean, it's an honor to win an award, but you're also like, I didn't watch this, and I'm not gonna watch this. Yeah. I don't know who whoever is from Sweden, who spent 5 years making this thing, and it's 30 minutes long, and no one knows what it is.
And then they always complain that it's taking too long, and the awards, the show's going too long.
I didn't watch. I just watched highlights, but wasn't like 3+ hours?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, then just because they also do the performances of the nominated songs.
Yeah, that was longer than the substance. And Anora. Yes, the songs are like that stuff is, I guess, hit or miss. Some people like it, some people don't.
Yeah.
I watch the wicked singing stuff. No.
Oh, yeah, you don't like that?
No. I didn't watch Conan's song either. It's just like, what? Okay.
Conan's funny.
I guess he's funny, but it's like, what is this?
He's just wasting time. He's just being a goofball.
Exactly, because he's wasting time.
That was the joke. God, do you like comedy?
Yeah.
Sure.
If it's a joke, then why is he doing it?
Because he's doing it to make
Yeah,
fun
we're
of
not
it.
going to waste time, but we're going to waste time.
It's just his style, I guess.
I guess. Wasting time,
Well, making fun of wasting time.
but then wasting the
That's
time.
always the big deal.
But then wasting the time.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what
So
you
they
do.
made
What
fun
else
of
are
it
you going
and
to do
then
as a
did it.
host?
Just don't do it.
What would you do as a host?
I wouldn't sing and dance.
I know. You hate that.
Yes.
Or maybe you would do that to be ironic.
No, because I can't sing or dance.
Do you ironically like learn to do it, but then you don't do it? You're like, I learned how to do this.
yeah, we're not gonna. I said we're not gonna waste time, and we're not gonna waste time. So let's move on. I don't know. That's probably what I would do.
I don't know if that lands.
Okay, we'll see. When I host the Oscars, I'll let you know.
Hey, you heard him here in the moonlight room.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet moonlight room.
Um,
Let's see. Oh, here's one. So Claudio, our barber, out of nowhere, he's buzzing the side of my head off.
Claudio.
And out of nowhere, he's like, I hate animals. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? He's like, I just don't like any of them. I'm like, do you like dogs? Yeah, I have 2 dogs.
Huh?
But like, they're just barely bearable. And I'm like, who just says they hate animals out of
Yeah.
nowhere? Usually people like animals more than humans.
Okay.
Usually.
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
It
Like,
just there
you
was
don't hate animals, do you?
No.
No. Why would why
I
would
do
you
prefer
say that?
animals over humans.
That's why I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't? He's like, I don't like going to the zoo.
Oh well, that I guess that's different. That's
Do you like the zoo?
having a dog is not the same as going to the zoo.
Yeah.
I don't know that I haven't been to a zoo since I was a kid.
Really?
I think
I think it's.
I went to the aquarium maybe like 10 years ago, and it was interesting. I guess.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't excited to go or excited to leave. It was just like, oh, look at this ray and that colorful fish. That's cool. Mm.
See, that's not bad.
Yeah, I did not hate the animals in
Yeah,
there. I was like, "F you fish.
Yeah.
F you manta ray. Seals, you're okay. Penguins, you're cute.
That's what he made it sound like. Oh, I wouldn't go to the zoo. I'm like, what do you mean you wouldn't go to the
a
zoo?
zoo? Well, I guess zoos are problematic these days. But yeah, I would. I don't know. I went to Disney World,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a safari.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Isn't that cool?
It's cool seeing a lion,
Yeah, I like lions.
giraffe,
Yeah.
zebra.
Giraffe. Like, I'm never. When else am I going to see them
Oh, yeah.
other than this zoo? I mean, it's not.
You go to
Tiger
Africa.
King. You could go to Africa.
Yeah.
See, that would be cool. I would
See
go
them up
do that.
close. No cages.
No cages. Just, oh, hi.
Oh, hey,
Oh my
tiger.
God.
Yeah. No, I don't hate animals. I did. He cut my hair a week ago, maybe. When did you go to him?
I think I went the day after you.
Okay. And we were talking about my dog because he had to have surgery, had his tail amputated.
Really? Oh my God.
But I was talking about like how it's so much work and it's so expensive and it takes so much. You got to watch. It's so annoying that you have to take care of it. You have to, you got to be there all the time. It costs money and it's just so sad because you can't do anything for them really, but just kind of wait for it to go away.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling me about his dogs and he didn't seem like he liked them that much. Not that he
That's what I'm
disliked,
saying.
not that he disliked the dogs, but it was kind of, I was like, huh. I'll clock that.
Yeah. That's why. He's probably because I was like, oh, have you seen Marcus lately? He's like, oh yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
And then he thinks about it. He's like,
Yeah, dogs.
I hate animals. And I'm like, oh my God, stop.
We did talk about, it was a lot of me talking about how the whole ordeal with the dog, and maybe that's why it was fresh in his head. And
Man.
I don't know. I don't hate animals though. No.
Yeah. No.
If I see like a cute squirrel, I'm like, oh, look at that squirrel.
Yeah, exactly.
Their tail, bushy tail,
Mm-hmm.
bounces when they run. Cute.
See, I like that.
Yeah.
What do I don't know. Is there anything else been bugging you? People try to talk to you at Starbucks?
I feel like I have a Starbucks story.
I noticed at Starbucks, they've started writing little notes on the cup.
Yes, they write, "Have a nice day," or
Hello, Clinton. And I'm like,
oh, they use your
Hello.
name.
Yeah.
And L-O.
L-O instead of hello.
E''L-O.
Just E-L-L-O.
A little rude, I would say.
Again, I clocked it. I was like,
Yeah, use my name. You don't know me.
Hmm.
Yeah, someone told me they're doing that at Starbucks now. They're writing,
like they're supposed to.
supposed to write little notes on the cups.
So they're being told to do it.
Yeah, it's
They're
like,
not doing this to actually.
out of the goodness of their hearts, like, oh wow, I've only heard this guy's. Well, let's say we're in the drive-through. I only heard his name through a speaker box, but I just felt so inclined to write him a note.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, they're not doing it.
It's all a lie.
I mean, you walked in and they saw those shining blue eyes, and they're like, I'm gonna say,
And they're like, wait.
I'm gonna say hello in his cup.
Because of course I'm using the app, right? I'm not like
Oh,
ordering,
that's
walking
right.
up.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
So they're probably like, oh, I just thought they were bored or something.
Yeah, they're all doing it.
Wow.
Story
What a jip.
left me.
About Starbucks?
Some interaction I had with people. Oh, I went to Costco the other day. That's what it was.
Yes?
I went to Costco.
How was
I've
that?
not had a Costco card in years.
Uh-huh.
And then my dad asked me the other day, like, do you want to be on mine? And I was like, well, I'm never going to use it. Like, I'll just put you on there because I can. I was like, all right. So then I went there the other day, and I don't know if it's been so long since I've been to a Costco. So I don't know if it's just this Costco that I went to or if they're all like this now. It was a madhouse in there.
Yeah.
Like, I would have thought it was day one COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was trying to get toilet paper. And I went at 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m.
Oh God, no. What are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing going at 10:30 a.m.?
When are you supposed to go?
Like right away? Right when
This one opened at 10.
At 10?
Yeah, it opened at 10. And first, okay, so it opened at 10, and it's the one that the one I'm talking about. And next to me. The parking lot was full. I got there at 10:03. Full parking lot.
On a Saturday?
No, it was a weekday. This was, it was this week, Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day I was off.
What are these people doing?
And the parking lot was full, and it was packed with cars like going through looking for spots that clearly aren't there.
Yeah.
Like that. So I parked like in the parking lot over, and I got a spot right away. But I went in there, and as I'm walking up to the door, it's like 10:07, open at 10.
Mhm.
There's people walking out with full carts. Like, how is it? Like, how did they get in there?
Yeah.
How have the carts full? It's been 7 minutes, and they have full carts, and they checked out, and they're out here. And then I got inside, and I was just completely overwhelmed by the amount of people in there. And then they're like crashing into you.
Oh yeah.
Their carts are like right up against yours, right? And they don't fuck either. They're just like, they got to get to their kimchi. I don't know how to, like, they got to
Oh,
get
is
to their
that what
stuff,
they eat?
which I bought the
that-
kimchi too. I went there because I did want some kimchi because they come in the big bulk size, and I got that kimchi as well.
Mm-hmm.
But there was 2 occasions where I hit a person with my cart. The first occasion, I was like, oh my, I was stopped. She had no reaction. She kept on doing her thing. The second time I hit a person, it was like 5 minutes later. I was like, oh, this must be a thing here. You just hit people. And she looked at me, and I just looked at her. Just kept on moving.
Oh.
This just must be like a free for all in here. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Bumping into each other, bumping bodies in carts,
Damn.
buying kimchi, bulk steaks, and the meat. They had a lot of meat, good meat.
Yeah, the meat's good, Costco.
All this bulk food, and I was like, I don't want to ever come here again. It felt like a battle almost.
Yeah, it's too much.
And then the lines were so long. I went to the self checkout, which they didn't have last time I was out of Costco.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's no boxes, there's no bags or anything there, so you're just like,
I guess I'm
you gotta,
keeping it in the cart.
you gotta unload it and then load it all back into the cart,
it's
right?
Awkward.
And there's people behind you watching you. I'm like, this is so weird. They're like right behind you too. And I'm like putting like the kimchi back in, and like bought some ribs. I put them back. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
And no one is ever good at the self checkout.
No,
No one is ever.
not
good.
even me.
I'm.
There's times where I go there, and if you're watching, I'm like
That's it. That's
the
the move.
the barcode over and over again,
Yeah.
trying to get the barcode on the
Yeah.
thing, and it goes beep. Like,
Yeah. Or I get all confident thinking I'll go fast, and then it gets flagged for some dumb
it
reason.
needs assistance.
I'm like, no.
And then it's just that you're that neutered feeling. You're like, ugh, now I gotta wait. I'm just looking around for somebody to come.
Like, come on, man, it's Dayquil.
And they just come over and go boop. And
Yeah,
then they don't.
that's
It's
all
like
they had to
that's
do.
all you had to do. That's it. Anyway, we're at the end here.
Oh wow.
Time flew by real fast today. I think we're a little bit over, but that's okay. So yeah, we're back. We're back. This is going to be a try to do every 2 weeks, and we'll see. Hopefully, but that's the goal. The goal is every 2 weeks. This is a nice creative space right now. Next week we'll be in a different room. Maybe try sports room next week.
Sports
It's
room.
a polar opposite of lady room.
Yeah. Very nice.
There'll be less feathers in that room, I'm guessing. Maybe a basketball or
Yeah, this room is saying to me, I've seen all of Grey's Anatomy.
oh yeah.
And that's too much.
That's like it's still on. It's not over yet.
Yeah. Someone will say, do you want like I'm watching Grey's Anatomy, and I'm like, what do you mean?
Which season? Season 35. Like, oh.
Wow. Not worth it. Hot
Anyway.
take.
Caesar, you're not on mic, so you can't do your plugs, right? Yeah, but you know them if you heard it.
Want to scoot over?
We'll
here?
thin the description. Clint.
At the _Clint show. I'm doing more TikTok stuff, I guess. Cause
Have you been doing TikToks?
yeah,
Okay.
just trying.
Uncle 2_ Marcus. It's just like I said before, posting ghosts and just memes and stuff. I don't really look, but if you want to laugh, it's there.
Mhm.
I do have. I'm still doing the playlist.
Ooh, the playlist.
So I have 3 I'm working on. One is called Disco House.
Ooh.
One is an emo list. I have 4 actually. One is Bossa Nova, and the one is Cyber Jazz. So those will be out when they're out.
Cyber chat.
As soon as I get on it. So thank you guys.